Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
The coronavirus death toll in the United States exceeds 3,000. That's more than the number of people who died in the initial September 11, 2001 attacks.
This that's going on right now in our lifetime, we have not seen it.
Healthcare workers on the front lines coping with the unthinkable.
And I think that's the most heartbreaking part, because those frontline workers that are working alongside of us are now coming down with this illness.
Now at noon, the significant developments in this unprecedented battle. The coronavirus pandemic continues its grip on everyone's life. Here are some of the headlines topping our news this noon. Michigan has reported its first 2 cases. That was back on March 10th. 2 weeks later, we had more than 1,700 cases. And this morning, there are more than 6,400 cases statewide. 184 people have been killed by the virus. New updates have been coming mid-afternoon, so we will keep you posted. Meantime, the Ford Motor Company announcing today it is delaying the restart of production at all of its North American plants. We also got news from GM. The automaker expects to deliver its first 20,000 masks to frontline workers on Wednesday, April 8th. GM saying that once the line is running at full speed, it will be able to produce up to 50,000 masks every day. Carhartt has also joined the effort of shifting production to supply protective gear. Meantime, more than 2,000 Michigan companies are hiring. Head to clickondetroit.com for all of that information. And as we take a live look at Windsor, health officials there are finding a common denominator in a third of its coronavirus cases. They are people who work in Michigan. Now they have some recommendations, hoping those workers can follow to stop that spread. Jason Corthorpe is live this afternoon. Jason, I'm not sure if it's a good thing, but it sounds like this is a specific group of people.
These are healthcare workers, as you might expect, Nick, exactly right. And the urgency, at least on the Canadian side, certainly comes from the fact that Detroit has more cases than all of Ontario. A startling stat headlined the Windsor-Essex County Health Unit's update this morning. About 20 of the county's 65 COVID-19 cases are healthcare workers who work in Detroit. Dr. Wajid Ahmed wants to immediately limit their travel.
If people are going, let's say, 3 times a week or maybe every day to Michigan, can they just go maybe once and then stay there and then come back?
And when they do come back to Windsor, stay inside.
And the second recommendation, which we asked about, is maybe like a work-home isolation. So when they're at work, when they're coming back, they're just isolating themselves. They're not going outside.
Yeah, and the doctor also mentioned that doctors going to have to be creative in all of this, as everyone just faces a target that is constantly moving as everyone goes through this and tries to figure out how to face it. Nick?
All right, Jason, thank you very much. Michigan students will likely not be going back to school this year, as the year will end because of the coronavirus. We're learning from our sources that Governor Whitmer plans to sign an executive order this week to end the school year. High school seniors will graduate. All other students will be moving up to the next grade. Students are expected to continue that remote learning.
What I would hope is that we're thinking about students first, and educators are a part of that conversation. And then remembering that educators want to do right by students because they are doing whatever it takes to make sure that those students at home are getting whatever they need.
Now, schools will be getting funding for the rest of the school year, which means teachers and contract employees will get paid. All right, turning our attention to the national fight against COVID-19, a grim milestone. More people have now died in the U.S. from the coronavirus than in the September 11th terrorist attacks. Meantime, President Trump has extended the nation's social distancing guidelines by a month, saying these next 30 days will be crucial in the effort to flatten the curve of coronavirus cases. Nationwide, governors in 2/3 of the states have ordered non-essential businesses to close. Tom Costello reports from Maryland.
Overnight, the U.S. reached a grim milestone. More than 3,000 now dead because of coronavirus. President Trump now focusing on the lives that could be saved.
We could save more than 1 million American lives. The more we dedicate ourselves today, the more quickly we will emerge on the other side of the crisis.
But with no plans for a national quarantine, the response from state to state has varied. On Monday, a coordinated message from the capital region, with the mayor of D.C. and the governors from Maryland and Virginia, each announcing their own stay-at-home orders. Meanwhile, a number of private companies are stepping up to help with medical supply shortages, including Ford, which plans to produce 50,000 ventilators in the next 100 days.
It is a slightly different business, but at the end of the day, we're manufacturing and assembling product.
But even as the president announces big numbers and showed off a new rapid coronavirus test from Abbott, a lack of test kits remains a problem in other parts of the country. In a call with governors, first reported by the New York Times and confirmed by NBC News, Montana's governor says without kits from the CDC, his state was just 1 day away from lacking the ability to test. It all comes as Dr. Anthony Fauci says the coronavirus will likely be cyclical, with a potential return in the fall.
What we're going through now is going to be more than just lessons learned. It's going to be things that we have available to us that we did not have before.
Dr. Fauci says by the fall we should have better testing that is more widespread. Hopefully the antiviral treatments will have come further along, and even the vaccine candidates, if they're doing well in a clinical trial, it's possible they could also be used on an emergency basis. I'm Tom Costello in Maryland. Back to you.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. The stock market is posting modest gains as it ends a historic month and quarter. Here's a live look at the Dow Jones Industrials Average, which has been showing price gains throughout most of the morning. Stock prices began the day with losses, but the trend turned in the other direction, showing stocks on the upside. On this final day of March, statistics are expected to show the market having its worst single month since October of 2008. The Dow is expected to close the day posting the worst quarter in its history. And as always, Click on Detroit is packed with useful information to get you through this crisis. It's at clickondetroit.com/coronavirus. All right, I like to turn to Brandon now in a time like this because there is a lot coming at us this afternoon. So we turn to Brandon as we look at this sky cam now, overlooking our areas with some glimmer of hope that we can at least smile about. Brandon, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, Nick. Not a whole lot to, I guess, be enlightened by or brightened by as far as looking at the skyline. But let's go ahead and take a look at that forecast, because we do have some good news in the forecast. And right now we're seeing temperatures, well, almost all of us getting into the 40s, but 37 up in Sandusky, 39 Lapeer, Port Huron. It's 40 in Monroe, 40 in Ann Arbor, 39 in Howell. A little breeze coming off of the big lakes out of the northeast. Not a real strong breeze, but it is 5 to 10 out of the northeast. And again, just bringing Eastsiders slightly cooler temperatures there. Wind will not be a big factor in your forecast today. Temperatures will be into that 47-degree range as we were yesterday, and a couple of scattered showers, a possibility later in the afternoon as we get into the early evening as well. Shouldn't see a ton of activity, but the satellite radar picture does show a little bit of wet weather way off to our east. So would be pivoting in from east to west as we wait for this big storm from our weekend over the East Coast to finally pull out of here. So it will, and we will have more bright news, more good news in that 7-day forecast, Nick. We've got flirting with 60 degrees several days ahead.
There's that bright news. All right, Brandon, thank you. Still to come, world leaders begging the public to stay at home as the number of confirmed coronavirus cases rises. After the break, a closer look at the global impact of this troubling pandemic.